Okay, what's good, everybody? This is LennyTV, and I'm here with my boy Ant. Man, what's going on?
What's going on? What's going on, Lenny?
Chillin', man. Just see you doing big things social media-wise. I see your following just keep on going up. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that first, man. How did your Instagram following just increase so heavily recently?
You know, it's crazy because I can't even tell you a real concrete reason why. Now I can't tell you what I did. I had my page on private for like about a good 6 to 7 months, and then you know, I just made it public. Now this is back when I was Black Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Now one thing I was doing was I was changing my handle, and I was seeing how the different names I was getting was giving me different kinds of followers. So I was Black Bernie Sanders for a while, and I was posting a lot of political stuff, and then that's when my page started to blow up. And then football season started, and you know, I'm a Patriots fan, so I put BlackTomBrady.
Yeah.
And you know, after my BlackTomBrady name change, I just started getting all these followers, and it gets to the point where I would get like 1,000 per day. Like I would get, well, not 1,000, but like 100. So like, okay, I have 34.5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a point where I had 34,000, and then I'll look 34.1. Then I'll post some more memes.
Mm-hmm.
34.2. Like, it would just be that quick. So it would like I would say at my current page growth, like at a couple hundred, like a day. You know, I want to see at least, like, by the end of this year, I want to get like 40,000, 50,000.
Okay.
And turn it into something and try to monetize it. Not because like I don't post memes for money or whatever, but I want to post music or like post my own creative work. And because I built like a fan base kind of with like these followers, I'm trying to see if I can already have the exposure. Like, but that's what I really got planned for the page.
Oh yeah, that's good though, man. But you deal with a lot of trolls on your page too. That's always coming at your neck, calling you a racist and things like that. Like, why do you think you deal with that all the time?
You know, because I post a lot of stuff having to do with Black Lives Matter, and a big misconception with Black Lives Matter, especially among Caucasian people, that I notice is that they say that it's a terrorist organization, and that they're violent. And you know, if you really look at Black Lives Matter, it's really just anti-police brutality, and it's really just, you know, to stop unarmed black people getting killed, because we know that's a problem, and we know that it happens. And you know, I guess it's for people to deflect and to say, oh well, you know, it's only a small minority of cops doing this, or not all white people are racist. It's only a small minority, you know. But it's like, okay, but how come, you know, we as black people, we can't say, oh, it's only a small minority of us committing crimes? You know, people always like to paint with a broad brush, then and say, oh, it's the majority. You know, so it's just crazy. It's just interesting to me how, you know, people can see the facts laid out right in front of them, and they'll still say that you're wrong only because of their own ignorance. You know.
It was one meme you had over the summer that kept getting taken down. I don't know if it was Mr. Krabs saying something or SpongeBob saying something, but they kept reporting that. They kept reporting the post, but it wasn't even that bad. Because I remember you said, okay, let me see how long for this one post to get taken down.
Yeah.
It was of a dead body or something.
Yeah.
And it took long for that post to get taken down. But as soon as you put the one post up with Mr. Krabs yelling or something,
yeah,
like that got down like in 15 minutes. Like,
yeah. Actually, that was a funny. It was a funny story, but it was something that made me mad at the same time, because like I kind of get into my own personal battles on Instagram as far as like the policy.
Yeah.
Because the meme that you was talking about it was saying how like the caption was like LOL. It was like LOL, LOL these crackers or something, like referring to white people. And then like it was like the second picture was like, oh, but if I called you a nigger, it would be I'd be wrong. And then like I posted that, and it kept getting taken down. So like the fourth or fifth time it got taken down, I was like, all right. And I was posting, I was like, all right. There's like dead bodies on Instagram. There's pictures of people committing suicide and getting murdered on Instagram. How come they don't get taken down? But when I post something as far as like just talking about how racism is in America, it gets taken down. And so I really put a dead body on my page, and people was like, oh, what the fuck? This is so gross. This is so disgusting. Why did you do this? And I was kind of ignoring it because I was doing it to prove a point. And then at the same time, I proved it to myself when the dead body stayed up and the pic got taken down. And that's what really was like, okay, like Instagram is really messed up now. Yeah. Like I can't really try to bargain or try to finesse the system. I just gotta, if something gets taken down, I just gotta put it back up.
Yeah, cause when I first seen it, like the dead body, they catch me off guard. But when I read your caption, I understood what you were doing. Yeah. Like it made sense. I'm like, okay, cool, you good, and but at first I was throwing up, and then I was like, okay, that makes sense. I see what he's doing, because they keep taking this one post down, which makes sense because it's relatable. Because like the post with Mr. Krabs is so true, because like that's how they react. But the one with the dead body, I'm like, okay, that's good that you were finessing the system a little bit, and then like you saw like, okay. Yeah, this is true. It's crazy how racism or whatever on one
like they'll get reported.
Yeah, it get reported when they consider it as black racist. I don't think black people can be racist, but that's another story.
No. Yeah, I think black people can be prejudiced.
Prejudice, yeah, exactly. Two different terms. Like
because my dad, my dad, he don't really he called black people niggers. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, that's straight up. He was like, oh, we gotta move out of Wilmington. There's too many niggers. And I'm like, damn that. But it's like, there are some black people who really feel that way. Mm-hmm. And but it's not racism, because racism is systematic.
Yes, exactly.
And it's something that's been enforced throughout history.
Yeah.
So, a white person might not be racist, mm-hmm. but unknowingly they're benefiting from it, or knowingly, because some people even come of it.
It's funny because like I like when they say this, like, okay, but what about if somebody called me a cracker? I'm like, well, you know what? That's just name calling. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, you're still gonna be able to go to bed at night and be fine.
Right.
Because somebody call you a cracker, it's okay. Your life's fine. That's just name calling. Like Michael Jordan and Oprah, they're not saying I'm not gonna hire white people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Steve Harvey saying I'm not gonna open up a school, but white people not allowed. Right. It's like you have rich black people, but when they do things, they have people of all different races that work for them. Mm-hmm. That anybody could be their customer, things like that. But when it comes to the other way, we can still get discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they gotta realize. That's what we mean by racism. Mm-hmm. When we have power and control, we still hire y'all. We still treat y'all with respect. Y'all still welcome. But when some of y'all have power and control, we still get excluded. So don't get mad about the whole cracker thing. That's little compared to what's going on.
Yeah, look at Donald Trump. I remember I saw one quote from Donald Trump. He was like, I'd never let a black person count my money. He was like, I want a Jew counting my money. Mm. And it's just certain stuff that he says just let me know, how he really feels about different people of color. It's when I talk to people about President Trump, they say, oh well, he just started, give him a chance or stuff like that. But it's like when Obama was president, they was just saying, oh, he's the worst, and then straight up calling his wife a man, mm-hmm. Trying to say that Obama was the Antichrist. Now I know they call every president the Antichrist, because they called Bush the Antichrist, they called Obama the Antichrist. That don't got nothing to do with that though. It really just got to do with you know, Trump's just blatant, just disregard. You know, he got all these people in his cabinet. They don't know what they're doing. You know, they're out of their areas of expertise. You know, don't even get me started on how on what he do with Russia, because you know he in a lot of trouble with that. But you know, as far as that go, man, I just can't believe, as far as our nation, you know, we just really let ignorance win this whole election, and we're gonna see in 2020 exactly how 4 years of Trump is gonna make us think, as far as, you know, who we want, who we gonna vote for.
So what you got? What do you have going on musically with yourself? I know you before, you know, years ago and everything, you always drop tracks on SoundCloud. But what you got going on now as far as musically? Are you still writing?
Yeah, I'm still writing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually in talks. I'm trying to get in the studio with young Seta. He's actually a young up and coming Wilmington rapper right now. You know, I'm in talks to you know, get work with Kyle the God. You know, that's one of my producers. You know, to work with him, and you know, J Raw and K Walker, and you know, just a lot of Delaware rappers. You know, I just really want to touch base with and just introduce myself with, because I really haven't introduced myself to the Delaware rappers. Like, I really done just been on my own and just really just been doing my own thing, making my own songs. You know, sounding like whatever I want to sound like, and it's like, okay, now I want to market my music to the people and see if I can make something for the party, see if I can make something for the, you know, instead of everything is just so lyrical and so, you know, I guess outdated. I don't want to say outdated, but
it ain't outdated. This is a new wave that's happening, and you want to see what it's like.
Yeah, yeah. I want to make some new wave stuff, but I want to make some stuff that's true to myself also. You know. Yeah.
And you know what? And that's good that you're keeping up with it, because me personally, since I know you, I could see you taking it far, the music thing. Like, I'm talking about albums, stuff on iTunes and things like that. Where do you see yourself going with it?
I can see myself making an album and getting signed. I just think it would take the right network, the right people, the right team, because I'm not going to do that by myself. You know, I need to have promotion, I need to have exposure, and you know, it's really going to take me going places. Like, I really got, if I'm really going to make it in music, I gotta either get out of Delaware, or I gotta commute from Delaware and go somewhere else to make the music happen.
Yeah, you know what's wonderful?
What?
The fact that if a producer or a label does see you, like, and they like, okay, you rap or whatever, they like, okay, first thing they're gonna ask you is, what's your followers like?
Right.
And honestly, you would have the most followers out of all the Delaware rappers, because you know I interview a lot of them, and the most I've seen, the one that had the most was 12,000. But just because of how you were able to market yourself without the music, they're gonna like that. First of all, how you were able to market yourself when it comes to you being funny and things like that. Without the music, they're also gonna see like, okay, cool, this kid got like 36,000 followers and he got the most in Delaware. Let's use him, because then you're able to put a platform out there to 36,000 people, and they can help increase that even more. So exactly. I think you really, it's great that you really have something like in the palm of your hands.
Yeah, you know? Man. That's really the last step. Like, I'm really trying to see, really where I'm trying to take it, and you know, it's even when I post serious stuff, like I see people really coming out with support.
Yep.
And you know, even some personal stuff. Like, I remember I posted some stuff about me being at my cousin's funeral, and then somebody commented like nigger under there and something like, and like everybody all my followers like jumped on them and stuff. Yeah. And it was like, you know, it's stuff like that make me like not make me happy, but like it's just, you know, it's people that kind of rock with me and they don't even know me type deal. Like, I just, it's if you talk to somebody that really don't have a a good understanding of social media, they'll just be like, oh well, they don't know you, like, you feel me? Like they're just like on an online follower doesn't mean nothing, you know. But if you talk to somebody who's in our generation, you know, look at how many people are selling all types of, or making all types of money on Instagram just because they got 1 million followers. You know, so, you know, in this new day and age where more followers, you get more influence, you know, just, I'm really just trying to turn that into a money-making situation at this point.
Okay. And when it comes to the women in hip-hop, you know, Nicki probably was dominating for a good, 7 years from 2010 to 2017.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the new Remy Ma and Cardi B wave, though? How they're kind of like stepping up? Because they're now, like, even though they're taking over, they're working together. Like, they're doing stuff with Missy Elliott, Trina, and it's like now it looks like a team when it comes to the women. Because before I noticed, me just being a spectator of hip hop, when I seen Nicki on top, she kind of like just wanted to work. If she worked with a woman, they had to sing, not rap. You know, right. So it seemed like she just wanted to be solo in that.
Right. I think hip hop got a lot less competitive as a whole. I think what Kendrick was trying to do, a lot of people respected, but you know, everybody wants to be friends now. They want to collaborate. You know, ain't nothing wrong with it, but you know, it's that competitive balance. Like as a musician, you want to be the best. You want to be known as the best. And so, you know, what Nicki was doing was she was trying to say, I'm the queen of hip hop, basically. You know, and I think when Remy Ma got out of jail and challenged her, that really made her see that people was really not bored of her, but they wanted somebody fresh. And when Remy Ma gave him somebody fresh, you know, they gravitated towards that. Now Cardi B, you know, she got her own cult following, and now she's the freshest thing in hip hop right now. And it's crazy because she's not even what you would call a traditional rapper, but her personality is so larger than life. It's kind of like she's a character, like she's just like. But that's really her. I mean, it's kind of sound weird for me to say like I want to be like Cardi B, but I want to be like Cardi B. Like I want to get famous just being me, just being, you know, my personality. You know, I don't gotta act. I don't have to be nothing I'm not. You know, I just, you know, for people to rock with her, just for her being natural, I think that's a beautiful thing.
It's interesting that you brought this up too. Like you said, hip hop became less competitive. I wonder if it like kind of flipped, because before, like back in the day, the females, MC like Queen Latifah, Eve, like all of them, they would be a team. They were a team. But when in Lil Kim, even they were all a team. Like just adding all them together. But when Nicki came in, that's when it was like, no, I'm the best. Forget all y'all. With the men, it was always, no, I'm the best. But it seemed like in recent years, it's like, let's be a team. So right. that's crazy. Like it's like it flipped.
It flipped.
You know.
Yeah. Because definitely, because you know, Kendrick was saying he was the king of hip hop for a while, but really, I think he copied Lil Wayne, because I remember when Lil Wayne was running around saying he was the best rapper alive, and Lil Wayne only said that because Jay-Z was running around saying he was the best rapper alive. So you know, it's kind of crazy just seeing, you know. From people saying, from Jay-Z saying I'm the best since Biggie, to Lil Wayne saying I'm the best since Jay-Z, to you know, you know, to Kendrick saying he's the king of New York, and he from California, you know, to now it's Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Yachty beefing. Like, you know, who got the best album, you know. It's just, I just feel like hip hop is taking itself less serious. You know, I think these rappers, they don't want to be rappers. They want to be artists. You know, they want to be Like Lil Uzi Vert doesn't even call himself a rapper. He says he's a rock star.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he hangs out with Marilyn Manson and all them. You know, so hey, if these kids just want to make money and do music and not call themselves rappers, then I mean, why don't be a rapper then? You know, I like you know, I'm old fashioned. I like my lyrics. So you know, if you won't call yourself a rapper, why should I call you a rapper?
True. So pretty much, after Tupac had passed in '96, it seemed like it was a era of people trying to be more like Pac. Like, let's say, especially the fans, they were trying to find another Pac, like with Ja Rule, DMX, you know, even 50 in a way, 50 Cent. What I mean by that is, like, right after Pac died, like in '97, '98, you'll see DMX wearing his shirt off, having a chain, sometimes a bandana. Ja Rule stay wearing a bandana, having his shirt off, wearing a chain, got his tattoos, and they were trying to have that Pac sound. Even though they could never like equate it, they developed a good and loyal fan base because of it. Now after that little wave though, like Jay kind of took over in the early 2000s, and towards the early 2000s we seen Kanye and Lil Wayne with their hits. And like, you know, in between, before them, you know, before like Kanye and Lil Wayne, we had Ja Rule and 50 having their little thing. But when it comes to, cause me and you, we're the same age. When it comes to like our generation, so to speak, from let's say 6th grade to the end of high school, who do you think ruled that area, that era between Kanye West and Lil Wayne? Cause I always hear like, nah, Lil Wayne was the GOAT, nah, Kanye West was the GOAT. Who was the greatest from that range, 6th grade to end of high school?
I mean, for me it was Kanye, but if you ask anybody else, it was Lil Wayne. like if you ask anybody else, you feel me? Like Lil Wayne probably ran, just from the Carter, like I bought the Carter 3, so you know, even I want to say Mrs. Officer, but that's just my favorite song. That's not even one of his best songs on there. Not even just a milli, like just that one song. So many people remixed a milli. Like he did 6 foot, 7 foot. Everybody did a 6 foot, 7 foot remix. It's just Lil Wayne has so much influence as far as rappers and what they do remixes on, and being on everybody features. That's something that Lil Wayne did. You know, not a lot of people was on everybody features before Lil Wayne. You know, but Kanye, I liked him better because he proved to me that you didn't have to be a thug to make rap good rap hip hop music. You know, like when he beefed with 50 and Graduation sold more than the Massacre.
Graduation. Whew.
Yeah.
That album was loved it.
You know, and that's my favorite Kanye West album. You know, because it's so much soul, and you could tell that he cares about every single sound in that thing. So you can't even skip a track because it's so good. You know, Graduation is one of the first albums I can honestly say I can listen to the whole thing without skipping the track.
So true, man. And that's what I was gonna go into that too, like, cause I don't really know all of Lil Wayne's albums, but like I know you probably know more than me. So did he have like Carter, then Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3? He had
yeah.
Okay, and so then Kanye West had College Dropout, Late Registration. Who was that? Graduation. Okay, and then after that 808. So
808s, yeah.
And so with Wayne, who was it? Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3. Did he have Carter 4 as well?
Yeah, Carter 4, and then Carter 5 never came out.
Gotcha. So with those 4 albums, comparing them, you leaning more towards Kanye West.
Yeah, I would lean more towards Kanye because I just felt like he grew as a person, and you could hear it in the music. Like you can't really hear Lil Wayne's growth as a person in his music per se. But you can put any Kanye song on right now, and you can tell where he is in his life. You know, if you put something on College Dropout, he sounds hungry. If you put something on Late registration, you know, he's trying to sound like real. You know, it's kind of the same thing as late registration. It's kind of the same thing as college dropout. Really, college dropout, late registration. Late registration is kind of like a better college dropout. Graduation is really when he really switched it up and really was on his new age stuff. You know, he did Stronger with Daft Punk. You know, so he had that electronic music sound. You know, and he kind of built on that electronic sound in 808s and Heartbreak. And you know, but you can tell like his mom dying, you know, really messed him up. But you can hear that, but you can also hear like more of that electronic sound come from Graduation to 808s to My Beautiful Dark Fantasy, all the way to even Yeezus. Even, you know, Yeezus is all electronic stuff. You know, all electronic, auto-tune, computer stuff. You know, so.
And when I speak to a lot of artists, especially rappers, they always, most of them for the most part, who are hungry about, you know, just making it, or hungry about people listening to their work. A lot of them go on YouTube and look at either documentaries or look at the life of certain artists, like whether it's Wiz Khalifa, Young Thug, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, no matter, they're looking at somebody's life on how they came up, Diddy, anybody. When it comes to you, do you do the same thing?
I would say, as far as following their footsteps musically, I would say Kanye and Lupe Fiasco is probably my two biggest role models as far as musically, because I just love how their wordplay is, and also their creativity. Like when Kanye made "Touch the Sky" and I heard Lupe for the first time, and he was like, "Guess who's on third?" Lupe still like Lupin the Third, and I was watching Lupin the Third like cartoons, like it was like wow, like these crazy like anime references. I didn't even know rappers knew that, and so like, you know, it really opened my mind to really what I could say on the track. Like Childish Gambino is an inspiration too, because like, you know, he went from being a writer to a comedian to a musician, you know, and it's just like I can do anything I put my mind to, no matter whether it's in music or writing or literature, you know, just really the sky is the limit, and you know, as long as I keep being excellent, you know, it's gonna show in everything I do, and you know, I just try to be a Renaissance man, so I just study Renaissance men.
Awesome, bro. And so we definitely could look to something in the future, like you mentioned, like you gonna work with Young Seta and all that. So my boy, and you gonna be dropping some stuff in the future.
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Can't wait, man.
All right. Follow BlackTomBrady on Instagram. Check out my new mixtape. I don't have a title for it yet, but it's coming. It should be by early 2018. It's gonna have Young Seta on it. I'm trying to have K Walker on it. I'm gonna talk to him, and you know, just be on the lookout. You know, and if anything else, I'm gonna get back on the show and announce it.